All right, ready to dig into Avalanche. We're going deep today, beyond the usual crypto buzz.
Yeah, we're talking the tech, the economics, like the whole philosophy underpinning it. Get ready for a serious deep dive.
Love it. So we always hear the promises, fast transactions, low fees, all that good stuff. But what's the magic trick? How does Avalanche actually deliver on that?
Well, it all boils down to their unique architecture, right?
Hmm.
You see, most blockchains, they're like this big, congested highway, everyone trying to squeeze through at once. Avalanche, though, they use subnets.
Subnets, like smaller specialized blockchains within the whole Avalanche network, is that what you mean?
Exactly. Imagine like a subnet specifically for super fast financial transactions, while another one handles all that complex supply chain data. This splitting up the work, that's how Avalanche gets that incredible flexibility and scalability.
Ah, okay. So instead of one lane struggling to do everything, it's like having these dedicated fast lanes for different types of traffic. Makes sense.
And here's where it gets super interesting for developers. Just imagine you're building a blockchain app when you want, like, total control to tailor the underlying infrastructure to exactly what you need.
For sure. Having a dedicated subnet just for your app, that would be huge.
Right. That's the beauty of Avalanche, this level of customization. It's a magnet for developers. Could lead to a whole new world of decentralized applications.
Okay, that's fascinating. But with all these different subnets running their own show, how does Avalanche make sure everything's secure? How do they get everyone on the same page, consensus across the whole network?
That's where their consensus mechanism steps in. They call it proof of stake, or POS for short.
So unlike Bitcoin, which uses that energy-guzzling proof of work model, Avalanche is going for a greener approach.
Precisely. With proof of stake, users stake their AVX tokens, kind of like a security deposit to validate transactions and keep the network safe.
So instead of miners using all that computing power, it's more like a system of validators, people with skin in the game, right?
You got it. The more tokens you stake, the more say you have in how the network runs, and the bigger the potential rewards.
Interesting. So there's a financial incentive to play by the rules, to keep everything running smoothly. But what happens if things go sideways? Do users risk losing all their staked tokens?
That's a big difference with Avalanche. See, other proof-of-stake systems, they might slash your staked tokens as punishment for any bad behavior. Avalanche, though, they designed it to give you back your staked tokens, even if things get a bit messy.
Okay, so they're prioritizing predictability and safety. That's got to be a major plus for users, right?
Absolutely. It's all about building trust, making people feel comfortable jumping in. This could be huge for getting more people using AVX tokens.
That makes sense, yeah. Building that trust is key. So we've got this scalable architecture, a greener consensus mechanism, and a system that looks after its users. Seems like Avalanche has really thought this through. But how's it all working in the real world? Let's talk stablecoins. They're huge in the crypto space right now. How's Avalanche tackling that whole volatility issue?
You're right. Volatility, it's a big hurdle if crypto wants to be like a real payment method. That's where stablecoins step in.
Right. Stablecoins, they aim for that steady value, usually pegged to a fiat currency like the US dollar. How does that work within Avalanche, though?
Well, Avalanche, it supports a bunch of different stablecoin designs, each with their own way of maintaining that stable peg. You've got your fiat-backed stablecoins, your crypto-collateralized stablecoins, even algorithmic stablecoins. It's a whole spectrum.
Okay, break it down for us. What are the main differences between those, and what makes each one stand out?
Let's start with the simplest one, right? Fiat-backed stablecoins. These are basically digital versions of IOUs, backed by an equal amount of real-world currency held in reserve. Think of it like, a digital dollar, but there's a real dollar sitting in a bank account somewhere backing it up.
So it's like having the convenience of digital money, but with the stability of, traditional currency.
Yeah.
Makes sense. What about those crypto collateralized stablecoins then? How do they work?
Just like the name suggests, these guys are backed by other cryptocurrencies. But here's the thing. The crypto market, it's volatile, right? So they often use this thing called over-collateralization to keep things stable.
Over-collateralization. So say I wanted to create like $100 worth of this crypto collateralized stablecoin. I might need to lock up, say, $150 worth of a different cryptocurrency as collateral.
Exactly. That extra collateral, it acts as a safety net to absorb any sudden price drops in whatever's backing it.
Clever way to handle the risk.
Hello.
Okay, so we've got fiat-backed, crypto collateralized. What about these algorithmic stablecoins? They sound a bit more, I don't know, mysterious.
Ah, now algorithmic stablecoins, that's where things get really interesting. Instead of relying on those fiat reserves or over-collateralization, they use these fancy algorithms and smart contracts to maintain their price stability.
Algorithms and smart contracts sounds complicated. Any real-world examples of an algorithmic stablecoin on Avalanche we can look at?
Sure, take DAI, for example. It's a decentralized stablecoin built on Ethereum, but it also works on Avalanche. DAI, it's designed to hold that peg to the US dollar even when its collateral, which is Ether, is fluctuating all over the place.
Okay, so if I'm holding DAI, I don't have to stress about the price of Ether tanking.
That's the idea, yeah. The goal is to create an asset that's stable, that doesn't get caught up in all the craziness of the crypto market, but, and this is important, no system is perfect, right?
True, there are always risks.
Exactly. And one of the big vulnerabilities, especially for these algorithmic stablecoins, is something called price oracles.
Price oracles, never heard of those. What are they and why are they so important?
Think of price oracles like data feeds, right? They give the stablecoin system real-time info on the value of its collateral. So with DAI, it needs those price oracles to tell it what Ether is trading at right now.
I see. So if a price oracle messes up or someone, I don't know, manipulates it, they can throw the whole system off.
100%. A buggy price oracle, it could send bad data, the stablecoin loses its peg, and then, well, it could all go downhill pretty fast.
So trust and transparency with these oracles, that's crucial then.
Absolutely. You need those oracles to be reliable, secure. That's the foundation for any stablecoin that wants to be successful. It's a big deal, but it often gets overlooked.
This really highlights how important it is to do your research before jumping into stablecoins, right? It's not just about convenience. It's about understanding the mechanics, the risks, knowing who or what you're trusting.
That's it. You got it. Like with any new tech, you got to be informed, look past the hype, understand what's really going on under the hood.
And speaking of under the hood, let's talk about the future of Avalanche. We've covered the architecture, the consensus, the whole stablecoin scene. But it feels like Avalanche has bigger plans, ambitions beyond just finance, right?
Absolutely. Avalanche, they want to be the platform for all sorts of decentralized applications, using the power of smart contracts to revolutionize, well, pretty much every industry you can think of, not just finance.
Right, those self-executing contracts, the ones stored and copied across the blockchain, they're a big part of Avalanche's future vision. So these smart contracts can automatically enforce the terms of an agreement without needing, like, a middleman. That's a powerful concept. Can you give us some concrete examples of how this could actually work on Avalanche?
Okay, imagine like a supply chain management system, right? Where every single step from when something's made to when it's delivered, it's all tracked on the blockchain, total transparency, can't fudge the numbers. Or even a decentralized voting system using the blockchain's security to make elections, like truly tamper-proof.
Wow, those are some seriously cool use cases. Sounds like smart contracts on Avalanche could really shake things up in a lot of industries.
Exactly. And this is where Avalanche's focus on speed, scalability, and security, it becomes like mission critical. Because as we get these more complex smart contracts, the infrastructure's got to keep up, right? Handle the load without sacrificing efficiency or reliability.
So Avalanche is really building for a future where these decentralized apps are just normal, not some futuristic concept.
That's the vision. And what's exciting is they're not just talking about it. They're actively building the tech to make it happen.
Love to hear it. Real action, concrete steps. That's what gets me excited. So we've covered a ton of ground today in this deep dive. The unique subnet architecture, the greener consensus mechanism, the whole stablecoin landscape, and of course, the potential of smart contracts. What's the one big takeaway you want our listeners to walk away with today?
I think when you connect all the dots, it's clear Avalanche is aiming to be much more than just another cryptocurrency. It's building this robust and versatile platform ready to support a whole new generation of decentralized applications. Now, whether that vision becomes reality, well, time will tell. But one thing's for sure, Avalanche is pushing the limits of what blockchain can do, and that's something worth keeping an eye on.
Absolutely. It's an exciting time to be following all this, and Avalanche is definitely a major player to watch. For our listeners who want to dive even deeper, definitely check out those white papers. Explore the world of decentralized applications. There's so much out there, and now you've got the tools and knowledge to make sense of it all. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.